Okay, so for your lab that you're going to be doing today, um, these are the materials that you are needing. You need a measuring tape or a meter stick, the graph paper, and a pencil. You are able to find an area anywhere in your compound or your, your outside backyard. You're not going to be doing this at school. The instructions say a half a meter by a half a meter. So we'll use the instructions. Measure out using a measuring tape, a piece of string, a belt, a half a meter. You need to make a square outside on your yard. This is a half a meter by a half a meter by a half a meter by a half a meter. I'm recording. Hold on 1 second. I'll probably be about 2 minutes. A half a meter by half a meter. So on the graph paper, you're also going to label a section on your graph paper, a half a meter by a half meter, make it large enough where you can draw, and you're going to label that Quadrat 1. Here it says. So when you're outside, you're going to look at biotic and abiotic factors. You're going to draw everything that you see in the square that you are drawing outside. So to make that more clear, you're going to go outside. You're going to put a half a meter by a half a meter measurement on the lawn or on an area somewhere where you're going to look and observe organisms that are there. You're going to count everything that you see inside that little square. If it's a stick, a piece of rock, an ant, worm, leaves, all of those things are to be drawn, and you need to make a key telling me what those things are. So you're going to make a key for the sample. That's the lab portion. Then you're going to create a table. All of the species are going to be listed here. Species 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you need for boxes, because I don't know what you're going to find in your Quadrat. You might find 10 different things. You might find 3 things. You're going to write the name of that organism here. So I found an ant or a ladybird or a worm. You're going to write the organism, a stick, a rock, whatever you find. And underneath it, you're going to write abiotic or biotic. And then you're going to count how many you found of that species. There were 3 ants. There were 2 sticks, 5 rocks, a cup of water, whatever. You're going to write how many there for the Quadrat 1. You're going to repeat the entire procedure for Quadrat 2 in a different area. You're going to move your Quadrat someplace else and also see how many organisms you find in that sampling. You are to have drawn 2 quadrats and 1 table is going to be used. So 2 drawings. This is going to be your lab, and I want a picture of the Quadrat along with your drawing of the Quadrat. That will be counted as your lab. Then you're going to complete this information. You're going to complete the recording on the table. You're going to use the information to calculate how dense you think the whole area is. So for instance, we are going to assume this meters, 11 by 9 meter field. This is probably untrue for your area, but we want you to do your calculations. So if your school is 11 by 9 meters, and your Quadrat, you're going to calculate what part of your Quadrat that would have represented. Then you need to count the organisms, and how do you find area? It's length times width, correct? So the area of your Quadrat would be length times width. and how many species were in it for that area. So length times width would give you an area, and you're going to multiply that by your number of species. This way you can find out how many is in the entire field. If you don't know how to do calculation population density, then it's a mathematical problem of formula you can use to find the area. So now your area is this big, and you're going to multiply this by your results. If you have problems with it, you can send me a message. Then you're going to write up your lab, answering these questions for your conclusions. Your evaluation, you're going to write up this. So your lab is as regular standard. I will put that on Google Classroom for you as well, as far as how I want your lab to be formatted. But this is how I want you to do your lab for today, okay? All right, thank you.